Hello, friends, and welcome to the Mattamy Community Center here in North Mississauga. We're just about to get ready for your League One Ontario match of the week between the aforementioned hosts, North Mississauga, and the National Development Center girls, representing the Canadian Youth National Program here in Ontario. We're going to get set for the national anthems here in just a second, and I'll be right back.
At this time, we ask you to please rise if you are able, and please remove your hats for the playing of the Canadian National Anthem.
All right, friends, my name is Pierce Lang, and I am absolutely thrilled to be bringing you today's action for this League One Ontario Week 2 matchup between the NDC girls and North Mississauga. North Mississauga, I had a chance to chat with head coach Dr. Tracy Valancourt ahead of the match, and she said that from what she saw of last week's game against North Toronto, it was closer than the scoreline would attest to. Now, that North Toronto side, if you've been paying attention the last 2 years, is going to be one to watch. Their youth system has been teeming with talent. They were in just about darn near every final that I did, whether it was Ontario Cups or League One Reserve Division finals last year on the girls' side. And they got 2 goals from the one and only Jade Kovacevic, who's wearing the green, white, and black for North Toronto this year. But this North Mississauga side are ones you're going to want to keep an eye on as well. They've got some very strong veteran experience in Kennedy Hermans and Bruna Mavinger, who actually were assistants with this NDC program last season. So a bit of familiarity there, and then there's some talent with Ravina Braich and Molly Erickson in goal. But over on the other side are the reigning League One Ontario Women's Premier Division finalists, the NDC. I had a chance to chat with Joey Lombardi ahead of the match. He's got 3 injuries to deal with. Adriana Bianchin, Naomi Kyoto, and Nicolina Astaki out of the lineup, so some very strong attackers. But the Chukwu twins are still available. Isabel's going to be starting up top on the right. In the center of the 4-3-3 is going to be Michaela Cour-Pascal, and it'll be April Letang on the left side. Tegan Mellenhorst is going to be your attacking midfielder with Ava Greco and Olivia Chisholm in the holding roles. Alexis Gordon's going to be your left back with Stephanie Scholey in the middle. To her right will be Jalea Cox-McPherson and Jada Collin on the right side. Noelle Henning is going to be starting in goal today. Your starting lineup for North Mississauga with Molly Erickson in the back. You've got Kennedy Hermans on the right side. Alicia Sutcliffe in the middle. Beside her will be Reese Fowler. Then we've got Emma Steen on the left side, Ravina Breach in front of her, Sarah Lucas and Elena Pericanel in the middle. Behind them in a holding defensive midfield position will be Tamara Lisser. Alexis Worrell is going to be right wing with Leah Foster starting up top, and we've got our first opportunity towards the goal for the NDC, and it's steered clear with North Mississauga looking to counter. This is Cox McPherson lofting a ball up, and it's going to go deep into North Mississauga territory, and a fabulous turn there by Reese Fowler to get herself out of trouble. Temperatures really dropped here in the last few moments as the sun's gone behind some clouds. Jada Collin puts a ball in towards the goal, and that's headed just wide of the post, and it's going to go out for a corner kick. Collin, a player who you're going to want to keep your eyes on, an absolutely dominant force on that right side. Scholey with a ball in towards goal, and diving for it was Erickson, and it fooled her, but offside on the play. So North Mississauga spared their blushes on that shocking attempt in on goal. Tegan Mellenhorst getting the ball out wide for Lentane. Ball's going to roll out harmlessly for a North Mississauga throw-in. Last week these NDC girls were matched up against Guelph, and they were 2-0 winners in that one. Brianna Gaynor got the opening goal, and then it was Michaela Cour-Pascal getting the insurance marker in the 57th minute to close out the victory. Great way to start the season with Sophia Cortez Brown getting the clean sheet in that match. Ball worked out wide. Lantain onto it. Cuts back into the middle, but she's going to have to work hard to get around Kennedy Hermans, and Kennedy gets called for throwing an elbow up into the upper body there of Miss Lantain. Kennedy, a tough customer. She's been around this league for a while now. Had to battle back from a awful injury 2 seasons back, and has really done well to get herself back into match shape. Mentioned Bruna Mavinger, who was also on the coaching staff last year for the NDC squad, who's not playing today. She took a bit of a knock and she's out of lineup. She did start last week against North Toronto. Lantain through to Alicia Sutcliffe, wearing the captain's armband. Or, sorry, that's Michaela Corpascal. Sutcliffe's North Mississauga's number 3. Noelle Henning with the ball now, back from a brief stint over in Germany where she was on trial with Wolfsburg. This is Ava Greco slipping a ball through, and Hermans will put that out for a NDC throw here in the 6th minute of play. Mellenhorst getting it back to Gordon. Greco swings the ball into the box, and that's not going to trouble Erickson whatsoever. She goes out to collect. A little bit of pressure there from Corpascal to force her to pick it up. Chested down by Alexis Worrell. April Lantain getting a little bit of revenge there on Kennedy Hermans after that elbow to the upper body moments ago. Big booming kick over the top. She's looking for Ravina Braich, but the wind slowed that ball down from its intended target. Ball worked out wide to Emma Steen, charging up, getting the ball to Braich. Good challenge there by Colin. Expect to see that all day. Braich is going to have her work cut out for her today. This is Stephanie Schuley. Gordon gave up on that one there, allowing Hermans to chase it down. I don't think she thought she was going to be able to keep it in bounds. Classic example of play to the whistle. And she gets charged with the foul there in her attempt to recover the ball and possession. You can hear Joey Lombardi barking out orders at his squad, trying to get them organized. In talking to him before the game, he'd said that organization was exactly what he was expecting from this North Mississauga side, and their experience was going to be a fantastic test for his side in today's match. A lot of players who aren't necessarily new to the program, but are certainly new to the starting lineup this year after their first 2 seasons in League One Ontario would have to be, by all accounts, deemed grand successes. Winning everything in the first year and then being just seconds away from winning everything again last year in what was possibly one of the greatest matches in the history of League One Ontario's women's division, where Alliance United came back in the last second and then scored in the dying seconds of the first half of overtime, if memory serves me correctly. And they were able to fend off wave after wave of pressure from the NDC to close out the victory. Jada Collin again with another dispossession. Erickson coming out of her goal to break up the attack. Collin with it, moving her way into the middle. Still on the ball. Pushed out wide for Gordon. Gordon keeps it in this time. Collin with it in the middle, outside of the boot, pushing it wide. Chukwu puts a ball out off of the North Mississauga defenders and out for another corner kick. 12th minute of play, still 0-0 here in the beautiful city of Mississauga. We're just off the 403, you can see in the background there. Shot it towards goal, and Erickson will scoop that one up off the carpet. Alexis Worrell collecting the ball. Great story about that Alliance United championship win was assistant coach Anthony Costa had to miss it because he was at a wedding of a family member, and he was trying to quietly watch the game on his phone during the reception. And needless to say, emotions were running high as that one came to a close, and he was sat there watching the game on his phone, disappointed he couldn't be with his squad for that one. Chance coming here from a dangerous position on this free kick for North Mississauga. Three-player wall being pushed back a couple steps by referee Mahbub Gulistani. Hermans with a low shot in towards goal, and that'll be no trouble whatsoever for Noelle Henning. Mentioned Mahbub Gulistani in the middle there just moments ago. He's got Mariusz Bukowski as the first assistant, Garin Kudigian as the other, with Hussein Rafai as our fourth official, and it'll be John Ross Scarcelli as our match commissioner today. MSA bringing you the broadcast, my man Andre, best in the business, keeping up with all the action. My name's Pierce Lang, always a treat to be bringing you these League One Ontario Women's Division matches here. The league's entering its 10th season of play. Very exciting stuff. Colin with a sliding challenge, and you love to see that from the talented right back. If I'm not mistaken, I saw the other day Jada Collin actually signed her letter of intent to play her collegiate NCAA soccer with the Wisconsin Badgers. Wisconsin. Traditionally a place where a few Canadian players have landed in the past. I think I've got Wisconsin and Nebraska mixed up, because Nebraska, it's the red and white that messed me up on that one. I'll have to apologize to Canadian Soccer Hall of Fame legend Amy Walsh for mixing up her alma mater on that one. I'm trying to think. Brittany Timko went there as well, I believe. Now I'm just probably making stuff up. Sermons goes back to Erickson. No, I was right. Brittany Timko did go there. So did Christine Latham, Sherolta Nonan, Isabel Morneau. Shot in towards goal by Lantain. Nonetheless, Nebraska is not Wisconsin where Jada Collin is going, so I'll probably end this whole diatribe right now and spare you guys this foolishness. Still 0-0 here, friends. 18th minute of play. Erickson gets the ball back, separates the two attackers, and it's Braich bringing it down. Chance coming here for the NDC, and it's side netting. Scary moment there for the Panthers as the pressure continues to mount here from wave after wave of NDC attacks. Another big turnover in the middle. Opportunity knocking for Mellenhorst, and a fantastic save there by Molly Erickson. Possession still maintained by the NDC. Ball goes out wide. This is Chukwu. Isabel Chukwu with it still, working her way into the middle of the box. Loses it. Core Pascal with a shot in low. Another fantastic save there by Erickson as she steers that one wide of her goal. Maintaining a 0-0 deadlock here in the 19th minute. Ball quickly put back into play. Lofted into the box and Erickson comes out to meet it. Alexis Worrell and Leah Foster, the closest North Miss players to that ball. This is Foster with it now, battling hard against Jalea Cox-McPherson. Foster tried to get the ball in quickly, but it looks like it's going to be an NDC throw instead. Alyssa unable to maintain possession for North Mississauga as that ball goes out once again. Long throw from Colin to Core Pascal. Mellenhorst looking for Chukwu out wide, but just a bit too far in front of her, and that's going to go out. And then that foray up the pitch for the NDC in there. White tops, red shorts, and white socks. Brach pushing the ball up the pitch there for Sarah Lucas. Gulistani blows his whistle and puts an end to that. This is Tegan Mellenhorst. Ball popped up high into the box. Headed clear. Lantain got a foot to it. Herman's shot is blocked by Lantain and will go out, giving the NDC a chance to catch their breath. Scholey going back to Henning and getting it right back again. Chisholm on it now. She has her pocket picked by Alexis Worrell. Ball pushed to Lucas. Lucas cuts back to her right side, puts it into the middle. Per Cannell with a pass just a little bit off target. Hermans brings it down. Smacks one into the box, and you could hear her disappointment for the effort on that ball into the box. Henning gets it back.
Good show now, Tegan. Show. Good. Show neck. Opposite pocket neck. Good. Opposite pocket neck. Good.
So a couple of university commits in this NDC side. Notably, Jalea Cox-McPherson going to Memphis, who are always so strong, and again another squad that tends to recruit quite heavily here north of the border. Pascal unable to corral that ball in the box. Brach brings it down. Looking at her options, she's going to push it out wide, and it'll be Colin coming away with it. Steps over, and that was Percanel. No, that was Brach. Giving chase there. Lantain with a fabulous job getting a foot in there to beat Hermans to the ball, but just a bit too far in front of herself. Eva Greco giving it to Sholey. Play whistled down as Greco goes to ground in the box. Worrell's another player who's committed to play south of the border. She's going to be at Binghamton University. She's on this North Miss side after coming over from North Toronto, where she's played the last couple seasons. Very highly ranked player on the FTF scouting list. Big shout out to that gang there, all the hard work they do.
Alexis,
27th minute of play, still deadlocked here at 0-0. A breezy evening in Mississauga at the Mattamy Sports Complex. Colin pops it into the air to herself, chases it down. Chisholm getting it to Alexis Gordon. Gordon cutting into the middle, sliding challenge there from Alexis Worrell. Ava Greco on it now, lofting one into the box, and Ericsson's gonna handle that one with care.
come on, that's your opportunity.
Eriksson sends the drop kick over half for Worrell to bring down. Greco with it, back to the keeper. Henning only gets it as far as Hermans. Percanel tripped up just outside the box, and it'll be another free kick from about 25, 30 yards out. If I was a betting man, I wouldn't think that Hermans is going to put a shot on goal from here, but I've been wrong before. Last week in our game of the week, I was proven wrong by Julia Bonatti, who smashed one off the crossbar from a great ways out. This is Mellenhorst. Chukwu trying to cut back inside on Lisser. Sutcliffe getting the ball up to Worrell. Worrell working her way up the right side here. Closed down by Stephanie Scholey. This is Lisser. Chukwu chasing her. Ball into the box for Foster, but she's offside. And that'll put an end to North Mississauga's adventure in the NDC end. 30th minute, friends, still 0-0 here in your League One Ontario match of the week. Gordon with a solid effort there to try and chase that one down, and not rewarded for her hard work whatsoever, as it's a North Mississauga throw. Scholey with it now. Isabel Chukwu back to Greco, to Scholey. Chisholm playing it all the way back to the keeper, and Henning will patiently take her time on the ball before giving it to Scholey. Lantain gets another nudge from Kennedy Hermans, and then it's Lantain who's going to be whistled for the foul on Elena Percanal. Last season we saw Lantain get on a good little hot streak playing up top for the NDC, but she can play anywhere up and down this left side. Chukwu giving chase. This is Isabel Chukwu, but fantastic speed there from Reese Fowler to catch the dynamic striker for the NDC and put her in her place. This is Tegan Mellenhorst. Quick little 1-2 with Cor Pascal, and just a bit too far in front of Tegan Mellenhorst, and once again goal kick for Molly Erickson here in the 33rd minute of play. Still 0-0. Big booming kick there from Erickson, looking for Ravina Brach. Mellenhorst comes away with it, pushing it out wide for Chukwu. She's stood up by Emma Steen, but it's going to be an NDC throw here, deep in enemy territory. Collin to take. Collin gets it into Cor Pascal. She pops it up over the top for Mellenhorst. The most diminutive player on the pitch comes away with the ball, and she's got it deep in the corner. Brach pulls it off of her. The McMaster player got it up to Worrell, or Foster rather, and North Mississauga work it back into their own end before swinging it back up this right side. Herman's ball goes right to Ava Greco. Greco weighing her options, head up, looking to play it into the corner for Lantain, and a little bit of miscommunication there between the women in white. Looking around the league so far today, Alliance United coming away with a last-second draw against Simcoe County Rovers is actually Chloe Uddenberg from Simcoe tying things up in the 2nd minute of additional time. It was Miranda Bodanovitz opening the scoring in the 16th minute for Alliance, and they gave it up in the dying seconds. That Simcoe County Rovers side looking to shake things up here in the League One Ontario Women's Division this year, trying to parallel the men's side. Carly Tingstead, the head coach from Brock, coming over from Blue Devils FC with Zach Wilson. Mallory McDonald staying on after the rest of the coaching changes, but some talented young players. Is shot from distance by Lantain, and I was just talking about her moments ago, and she caught Erickson off her line. Scores 1-0 now for the NDC. I don't think anyone expected Lantain to get her first of the season from 35 yards out, but here we are. NDC give themselves a chance to see what North Mississauga are made of now, as they're going to want to get things tied up here as soon as possible. It's always that first 5 minutes after a goal that are the most difficult. Chukwu with the unrelenting pressure.
NDC goal in the 35th minute by number 73, April Lantain.
Step.
Some more exciting matchups around the women's division tomorrow as the Woodbridge Strikers will be taking on North Toronto, the Vaughan Azzurri ladies against Guelph, and then it's FC London hosting Blue Devils FC. That FC London squad looking very strong again this year after having a very impressive showing last season, getting knocked out of the playoffs by these here NDC women in white. Can't recall if they were wearing white when they beat London in that semifinal last year, but fantastic run from a squad that I don't think a ton of people who follow this league would have been expecting to make it as far as they did, especially with the changes they saw in their lineup. Losing their perennial MVP candidate in Jade Kovacevic. She took the season off last year. I mentioned earlier she's playing for North Toronto. Got a brace last week against North Mississauga. We got a substitution coming here for Mississauga. Coming into the match will be Jada Johnson. Coming out of the match, Elena Percanel. We'll see what a difference here Johnson can make. About 6.5 minutes left in the first half. Tracy Valancourt switching things up ahead of halftime. Giving Johnson a good chance to establish herself early in this match.
as number 5, Jada Johnson, comes in for number 25, Elena Pacino.
Great job, Shane. Get shape. Get shape. Get shape. The lights going on. Good enough, yeah.
Not the start North Mississauga wanted in this match. I know, certainly talking to Tracy Valancourt ahead of the match, the ambition is to win the league this year for this North Mississauga side. I mentioned before, they got a lot of strong leadership in the dressing room with Mavinger and Hermans, and then Worrell and Brach. Some attacking talent. Erickson so strong in goal. Should be competitive. That's the hope if they aren't able to win it all, is to at least remain as competitive as possible. Mellenhorst dispossessed there by Brach, who I only mentioned moments ago. Lantain punching a ball up to Cor Pascal, trying to cut back onto her right foot, but cannot get past Reese Fowler. Lantain's corner goes all the way through and to Sholey on the back end of the box, and it'll go out once again off of Fowler, I think. Stepping in to take this one will be Julia Cox McPherson. Everybody bunched up in the box, headed in towards Erickson, but Gulistani's gonna stop them in their tracks, blowing his whistle here in the 42nd minute, giving Erickson a chance to get the soldiers regrouped here for North Mississauga. Erickson lumps one up over half. Great work there by Jada Johnson, but wasn't able to get it on the second touch. Not sure why I keep throwing an S on Kennedy Herman's last name. It's just Kennedy Herman. Should know that by now. There's Herman putting another ball back into
Come get it, Chiz. Back three. Back three, Chiz.
deep lying spot for NDC as they continue to work it around. Herman from just over across the 403 here in Milton. Played at Armstrong State in the Peach Belt Conference. Before she made her way to York University. As part of the coaching staff there. Working alongside Carmi Isoko, the living legend himself. If I'm not mistaken, I saw Carmine with the men's national team doing a bit of assistant coaching work there. Lantain alone on goal here. Tries to push it around Erickson, and Erickson does a good job coming out to meet her. We're going to have an additional minute at the very least here added on to the first half. Lantain getting the ball through to Mellenhorst. Herman able to get to it. Slow to her feet here as it looks like she jammed her leg. Hopefully not doing too much damage to her knee, and it's Mellenhorst slipping one past Erickson low and to the right. Herman still down on the ground. And that's going to be your first half. 2-0 going into halftime. Mellenhorst with the last kick of the half. We'll be back in about 15 minutes with your second half of action. My name's Pierce Lang. This is your League One Ontario match of the week.
Are you switching sides or no?
Right, friends, we are back with your second half of action. 2-0 right now for the NDC, as it was April Lantain scoring the opening marker, and then Tegan Mellenhorst popping one in just on the last kick of the first half. Looks like we're going to have a substitution as Noelle Henning's going to come out of the game, and it'll be number 33 coming into the match. Oh, we don't have her listed here on the app. Oh no, that's my mistake. It's Sophia Cortez Brown, who played last match. I have to wonder if they're rotating back and forth each game. I know Noelle Henning was very excited about her team's performance and wanting to make sure that they stayed organized in that first half. And then we got another sub here for North Mississauga as well.
NDC substitution in the 46th minute. As number 33, Sophia Cortez Brown comes in for number 32, Noelle Henning.
We'll have the North Miss sub here for you in a sec.
Yeah, do it, Ava. Do it, Ava. Do it, Ava. Do it, Ava.
Looks like it was Kayla D'Souza coming in for North Miss. And coming out of the game was Tamara Lisser.
Take away anything short. Screens, drop.
Caught up with both coaches at halftime,
Good. Right there. Perfect.
just before the whistle blew to start this one up. Tracy Valancourt from North Mississauga telling me that her keeper kept her in this one so far as Kennedy Herman smashes a ball out. She's still in the match after jamming her cleats into the turf and having some concerns about her knee and ankle. I was talking earlier about her ankle trouble 2 seasons ago when she was with Woodbridge. But Coach Valancourt giving some credit to the NDC, saying they flowed like a beautiful dance in that first half. So poetic. Beautiful stuff there. But she thinks she's got a fighting chance here in the second half. Time will tell. We'll see how they handle this 2-goal deficit. Joey Lombardi from the NDC bench telling me that his team settled into their rhythm, got some good 1-2s, stayed organized, and he was proud of their performance. So it's 2-0 right now. Could have been 3-0. No one too sure what occurred on the ball that found itself in the back of the net early in the first half, which many of us thought would have given NDC a 1-0 lead. But it was chalked off I'll have to catch up with referee Mahbub Gulistani after the match to find out what he saw on that one. We had a good little laugh. The officiating crew and myself as they were walking towards the dressing rooms before the match, as they were trying to make sure that I had nothing but nice things to say about them, and I try my best. It's a tough job, a thankless job. Keeping things under control as Shuli gets it up to Lantain. Herman able to get it off of her, and the ball's worked back to Eriksson. Eriksson, who had some fabulous saves, as Valancourt mentioned at halftime. They're looking for Isabel Chukwu there, and it was just a little bit far in front of the striker.
Tighter, screens, tighter, Gina, suck, close that gap. Second line. No foul, no foul.
Shot in towards goal. But no trouble there for the NDC keeper, and substitution here, Sophia Cortez Brown. Take this opportunity to pay a couple bills. League One Ontario would like to acknowledge the following partners: CIBC, the lead partner for Canada Soccer, the Canadian Premier League, and League One Canada. Gatorade, rehydrate, replenish, and refuel. I hope you grabbed yourself one at halftime. Get those electrolytes up here on a Saturday night. Herman battling hard there with Mellenhorst, showing no signs of trouble with that earlier injury. Ava Greco going back to Shuli. The Cruyff Institute are educating athletes, sport and business professionals to become leaders in sport management. They came on this season as proud partners of League One Canada. Derby Star are back for yet another year as the official ball of the Canadian Premier League and preferred match ball of League One Ontario. Macron wants you to work hard and play harder, while Vibrant Performance continue to be Canada's most trusted brand for automotive race parts and accessories. Jada Collin going up for the header, the future Wisconsin Badger. Greco getting in there, and it'll be Ravina Brach putting a ball out wide for Jada Johnson. And it does appear as though the NDC are switching goalkeepers at half. You know how I know that? I checked the League One Canada app, which is absolutely phenomenal. If you haven't downloaded it yet, I suggest you do. That's how I'm keeping you up to date on all the scores from around the league. It'll keep you updated on League One BC, League One Alberta, League One Ontario, League One Championship, League Two Ontario, the U19 Reserve Division. It's all there, folks. As Greco wins the ball back for NDC. Two more substitutions about to come in here for the NDC as Lantain plays the ball back.
Come get it, Isabel, in the pocket. Come in the pocket.
Finding Olivia Chisholm. This is Ava Greco now with it.
Come get it, Isabel. Come, come.
Greco, the product of the Oakville Soccer Club. Colin working so hard on this right side, and
Put it down and play. Put it down and play.
she wins the foul. Gets it in quickly to Mellenhorst. Chuckwu with it now on the right side.
No turn, no turn. Double, Ava. Double team. Double, Ava. Double to the ball. Good shit, time.
Chisholm going back to Cortez Brown.
Yeah, do it. Okay, maybe higher. Isabel, inside.
Looks like it'll be Brianna Gaynor and Victoria Roki coming into the match for the NDC. I'll let you know who's coming out in just a second. Oh, dangerous opportunity here now for North Mississauga, but fabulous work there by Ava Greco to get a foot in and put an end to that attack. So it'll be the goal scorer, April Lantain, coming out of the match along with Alexis Gordon. Greco trying to clear. Was only able to get it as far as D'Souza, and it's Gaynor with her first touch of the game as she charges up the right side.
2 NDC substitutions in the 54th minute. Number 72,
Great work there by
Rossi comes in.
Greco, and she's going to feel that turf burn when she gets home, but solid effort there to keep possession for the women in white. Scores 2-0 here still for the NDC over North
The second
Mississauga.
substitution is number 88, Brianna Gaynor, in for number 73, April Lantain.
This is Ravina Braich with it now on her right foot, slipping it through. Ball went back to Sarah Lucas, and she's looking for Jada Johnson, but pass was just a little bit off target.
Check, Ava. Ava, check.
Shuley being closed down by Braich. Foster giving chase. This is Chisholm with it once again. Right-footed ball up onto the wing. Colin giving chase. Colin's able to keep it in. She's charging in towards the box, down on the byline, and bodied off of the ball by Emma Steen. It's going to go out for a North Mississauga goal kick here in the 57th minute of play. We'll see how many of these NDC players get called into the lineup for the U20 Women's World Cup this year in Colombia. You'd have to imagine the Chuckwu sisters will be there for sure. Annabelle's only 2 goals away from breaking Christine Sinclair's record for most goals by a Canadian youth player. That's something to put on your resume. Chisholm with it. She's found Colin. Colin threads the needle to Cour Pascal. Leah Foster, or no, Alexis Worrell rather that. Fantastic work there by Shuley to clean things up. Colin charging up the right side, and it's Worrell chasing her down, but ever so patient on the ball is Jada Collin. Sliding challenge there from Kennedy Herman, and it'll be free kick for NDC in the center circle. Greco closed down quickly by Foster and Reese Fowler. That doesn't seem right. It was Sarah Lucas, not Foster. Shot in towards goal by Chukwu, and that one goes off the back post. Wide of the goal. I was in such great spirits getting into the car, heading down here, thinking it was so nice and warm. And the temperature just continues to drop. Certainly glad I'm wearing pants, I'll tell you that much. Hot topic of conversation by those of us working in the media here before the game about weather appropriate clothing, and certainly glad I went to the car and got my coat here. Another substitution coming for North Mississauga in just a moment. I'll have an update for you on that one. Big booming kick from Erickson, getting up towards half. Chisholm unable to get under it, so Braich was there too, but it's Foster getting a foot to it. Chukwu going back to Shuley. She's going to go to Cortez Brown, who's not got a ton of pressure on her. Greco comes back to collect. Cuts back onto her left foot, getting it out wide to Colin. Colin head up, finding Cor Pascal, who's got the captain's armband on now. Ball kept in there by Brianna Gaynor. We're going to have 3 subs here in a sec for NDC. Head coach Joey Lombardi trying to give me as much work as possible here. It'll be Alessandra Graneo coming in wearing number 71. Annabelle Chukwu getting into the game alongside number 78, Reese Kay. So it'll be Mellenhorst, Cor Pascal, and Jalea Cox McPherson making their way out of the game after solid performance here tonight. 62 minutes worth of action for those ladies. No. Watch the rest of this one from the sidelines in the knowledge that their shift put the squad into a good position to win this one. Chisholm cutting back into her own end. This is Reese Kay with her first touch of the game. Dangerous pass there. Worrell coming away with it, slipping it into the middle for D'Souza. D'Souza's pass off target, and it's Shuley going back to Kay. Shuley rocking the armband now after Cor Pascal went off. Chukwu was thought to be offside by the assistant referee, but waved off by Gulistani.
watch your distance with Reezy. Watch. That's good.
Shuli gets ahead to it. She's going to have big shoes to fill this season as the leader on the back line, as Zoe Marcassini is aged out of this program, gone on to start her collegiate career. League One Ontario Defender of the Year last year. Marcassini at Princeton University. Such a cerebral player, that's not a surprise. Off at the alma mater of Diana Matheson. The Tigers.
And number 78, Reese K.
Good. Good try, good try. Lock them in now, Annabelle. Yep.
Comes in for number 29.
Squeeze in. Squeeze in.
Jalea
Isabel, yep.
McPherson.
Watch your back shoulder.
Chisholm nods it back. Breach giving great pressure there to Reese K. They're looking for Victoria Roki on that far left side. Greco battling so hard in the middle and coming away with it, finding Annabelle Chukwu. Chukwu getting it to her sister Isabel on the left side. Little stutter step, cuts back onto her right foot, slips a pass into the middle, looking for Guarnero. Ball up the pitch there for Leah Foster, and she was unable to corral that one. 66th minute of play, still 2-0 for the NDC. It was April Lantain opening the scoring today in the 36th minute, and then Tegan Mellenhorst with the dying breath of the first half. And the score stands at 2-0, has for the last 10 minutes. Herman's still battling hard, showing no signs of the battle damage she took on as Mellenhorst went in and extended the lead for NDC in the final moments of that first half. Gaynor putting a ball into the middle, and Erickson comes out to collect.
Hey, Jada, keep looking maybe to play Annabelle feet, okay? Have some disguise too. That's you, Jada.
Erickson pumps one up over half. Colin brings it down, but it's Worrell able to get to it first. Popped up into the air, and D'Souza puts a ball in the middle. But it's NDC breaking things up. Reese K getting it out to Colin. Colin will give it right back to her. Looking around the league as things stand, if this score holds up, The NDC ladies here will find themselves top of the table. Great work there by Erickson to come out and challenge Gaynor. Alliance United women are currently seated second with North Toronto in third, FC London in fourth, the Vaughan Azzurri in fifth, while Simcoe are sixth, followed by Woodbridge in seventh, Guelph United in eighth, and Blue Devils FC in ninth. And again, as if things should stand as they are, North Mississauga will find themselves bottom of the table here in week 2. Erickson smashing one up over half. Foster chests it down. Reese K showing some fantastic tenacity there to dispossess Foster. The captain Shuley nodding it up, and Chisholm got to it. But it's turned over. This is Worrell with it now. Worrell in the box, chasing it down on the byline. Cuts to her left foot and smashes one in. Fabulous goal there as she beats Sophia Cortez Brown short side here in the 70th minute of play, drawing North Mississauga back to within 1. Jada Collin can only think here about what happened. There is some fancy footwork from Alexis Worrell, and she got past her mark and smashed one in with her left foot there to draw things ever so much closer here for North Mississauga. And maybe Tracy Valancourt knew something the rest of us didn't when she made that comment at halftime. It sounded like she had confidence her team would be back in this game, and maybe I look silly now for having listed off everyone's positions in the table with 20 minutes left to go. But if you want to check out the table, go ahead and check out that League One Ontario or League One Canada app, because it is up to the minute, up to date, and up to snuff. Worrell, the goal scorer, with it again. Good little feint there on Chisholm, and ball was kept in there by Reese Fowler. Chisholm going back to Kay, who goes back to her keeper. Kay with plenty of real estate in front of her. Ball up over the top. They're looking for Foster, but it'll be Cortez Brown coming out to the top of her box to collect. Collins slips a pass through, looking for Chisholm. Gaynor down to ground after a collision with Emma Steen, and she's still not back up to her feet. She's waved off the trainer here, and she's going to slowly get herself to her feet. We've got a substitution coming for North Mississauga as Stephanie Geedy's going to come into the match. And it'll be Kennedy Herman coming out here in the 73rd minute. And the temperature continues to drop. I know I've been saying this all game, but it's getting chilly. I was gonna tweet out summer was here at noon. Glad I didn't. It's a fair bit nippy.
North Mississauga substitution comes to us in the 72nd minute as number 17, Stephanie Gooden, comes in for number 2, Kennedy Arnold.
Not sure when Darcy Fiaccini came in for North Mississauga. I must have missed that substitution.
Annabelle! Annabelle! Target Annabelle! Annabelle! Target! Jada here.
So Fiaccini came in for Jada Johnson. She snuck in that substitution as NDC were making those wholesale changes in the 61st minute, she being Tracy Valancourt. And we'll see what she can get done here. Speedy attacker. And it looks like Emma Steen's got a bit of a bloody nose on the go here. So she's going to come out for a brief moment in time. We'll see what the plan of attack is for dealing with this. Maybe stuff a little gauze up the old schnoz there. I know Beavis and Butthead are making a comeback in the media after Ryan Gosling's appearance on Saturday Night Live a couple weeks ago. And if you ever watched that cartoon back in the day, there's certainly a solution for nosebleeds that they had. Erickson with a fabulous save there, and wow, D'Souza with the block on the goal line to keep things within one here for North Mississauga, and that was such a dangerous chance for the NDC. Fabulous work there with 14 minutes left here in the second half. North Mississauga still playing a player down as Steen continues to get medical attention here for the bloody nose. Looks like I was right. It's going to be the old gauze up the nose trick. Right-footed in swinging ball going into the middle of the box, headed clear by Foster. Chukwu getting it out to Chukwu. Ooh, sliding challenge on the cutback. No call on the play. Annabelle Chukwu chopped down in the box. You can hear head coach Joey Lombardi is none too pleased. Disappointed to say the least. Ball chested down by Garaneo. Steen's still not back into the match. She gets the blood wiped off her chin here and the rest of her face. NDC more than happy to hang out in their own end. Joey Lombardi telling them to keep their foot on it. They have the lead with time to kill. A lesson to be learned from last season that they need to kill games off. Reese Kay and Stephanie Schuley more than happy to just ping the ball around in the back. D'Souza taken down, and it'll be a free kick for North Mississauga. Steen still struggling with bleeding here. Stephanie Schuley and her captain's armband. Getting the ball. Garneo giving it back to Schuley once again. Kay with so much time and space right now. Schuley lumping one up, looking for Gaynor, who's going to get to this one. No, it'll be escorted out by Molly Erickson. And North Mississauga been playing the last several minutes down to 10 players. One short is 2-2, continues to battle with this nosebleed. She's got so much gauze packed up her nose right now. Two big white balls of gauze just poking out of her face right now. Great work there by Kay to stick with the play. Ball worked out wide to Gaynor. Gaynor's made her way around and puts the ball in towards goal and lofts that one over the net. Steen's first real action since coming back into the match, and she doesn't seem to be too hampered down by the obstructions in her nose right now. We'll see how she plays out these last 9 minutes. Garaneo getting the ball out wide to Chuck Wu. Isabel Chukwu so quick. Over short distances, there are very few players who I think be able to keep up with her in a one-on-one. Rapid. Here's another player with speed to burn. Jada Collin. Gaynor now working her way into the box, down to the touchline, right-footed ball into the middle of the box, and it's cleared once again from a dangerous position by the North Miss back line, and finally cleared by Ravina Brach. It looks to have moved into a more central position here late in the second half. Erickson lumping a ball up. Kay again with plenty of time to make a decision on what to do, and Schuley's the final destination for that ball. Chisholm out wide to Collin, cutting back into the middle. Sliding challenge there from Alexis Worrell. Collins still with it in the middle of the pitch now, getting it out wide. Ball slipped through to Chukwu. Isabel Chukwu with it down on the touchline. Dispossessed. Fiaccini smashing it up for Foster, but it's headed away by Shuley. Greco getting it out wide. They're trying to get around Stephanie Guidi over on that far side, but she's doing a fantastic job holding up the NDC players on this attempt up the pitch. 84th minute of play. 2-1 right now for NDC. North Mississauga scratching and clawing, trying to keep themselves in this match. Their only real chance of the game, and it was Alexis Worrell smashing in the left-footed shot on the short side, beating Sofia Cortez Brown to the near post and drawing the Panthers to within one. As Tegan Mellenhorst scoring the second goal for NDC in the 46th minute of play, while April Lantain opened things up with a long bomb from about 25-30 yards out to open the scoring. Greco in the middle, turning, spraying a ball out to the left for Roki.
All right, squeeze, Jez. Ali, squeeze. Watch Jez, watch your back shoulder.
Lucas should have done better to control that ball and turns it over. It's Greco springing a ball up onto the left side, and looks like it was probably Roki. Can't really see someone get Mahbub Gulistani out of my way here. Can't tell what's going on. Sliding challenge there from Fiaccini.
That's a half position, that's fine.
No call on that. Fiaccini very aggressive on that play.
Get ready, breathe. Look at the opposite side, maybe a diagonal. Yeah, go.
Very cavalier here from North Mississauga, giving NDC just too much time on the ball in their own half when they really need to get themselves back into this game with less than 4 minutes left in normal time. Did I just make up a term? Normal time? You all knew what I meant, though. Chukwu battling hard, goes to ground, and she's gonna get a card here for simulation by the looks of it.
Annabelle, head up, Annabelle.
Joey Lombardi confused to say the least on that call. 87th minute of play, a yellow card there for
What was the card for?
Annabelle Chukwu.
What was the card for?
Gainer with so much speed working up on the right side here. Fabulous job by number 22 in red. That's Emma Steen, showing she's no worse for wear after that extended stay on the sidelines with a bloody nose.
NDC yellow card in the 87th minute to number 41, Annabelle Chukwu.
Ravina Brach slipping a pass through Looked like it was for Foster, but out onto the wing rather than into the middle where Foster was making a run.
On the ground, on the ground. Possession.
Chisholm finding K.
Good, free, get full whip. Annabelle. Oh yeah, sure. No, we should.
Calling up the wing to Gaynor.
Hunt.
Gaynor playing it around Steen, but nobody there in white.
Early step.
Shuley out wide. Rocky into the middle for Greco. Greco turns but unable to get contact on the ball. It'll be Shuley going all the way back to Cortez Brown. Dangerous stuff there as Worrell was charging in, but Colin got to it before she did. Will be 4 minutes of additional time here, friends. As Reese K plays it up for Chukwu.
The fourth official has indicated that there will be a minimum of 4 minutes at a time.
This is Isabel Chukwu outside of the boot looking for Rocky, who'd made a run into the box. Ava Greco. Greco gets it back after a quick 1-2. Playing a ball out to Jada Collin on the opposite side of the pitch. Sholey in space.
Go Bree.
Steen going up for the header. Gaynor in the middle, working hard, trying to win the ball back. As it continues to bounce around in the center of the pitch.
Put on ball. Hold it.
There's 3 minutes and change here for North Miss to get themselves back in this game, and finally a little bit of pressure. Personally can't understand why they waited so long, but it's Worrell with the pocket picking here, and she's bodied off of the ball by Gennario. But North Mississauga gotta find some intensity here. I know that Worrell stepped up and won the ball back, but they're just too casual in letting NDC work the ball out of their own end. They've only got 2 minutes left here to get themselves back into this game, or they're going to find themselves in 10th place. And friends, we're into promotion and relegation now. You do not want to be at the bottom of the table. Starting the season off in a hole like this would be the worst case scenario for this North Mississauga side. And they're just sitting back right now. They got themselves in a position to tie things up and come away with points, but they've got to apply a bit more pressure. Erickson to take the goal kick. Everyone just kind of walking backwards slowly here for North Mississauga. No intensity. Cortez Brown comes out of her goal, getting it out wide to Rocky. Rocky gets it back on a quick 1-2. Works her way through a couple players, but it's North Mississauga coming away with the ball. Gaynor got a foot to it, and it's one back by North Mississauga. Erickson lumps the ball up. Worrell got a foot to it. It bounces around. Foster's going to get to it here for North Mississauga. But too many players in white shutting that down is they're not going to let them walk through that easily. Gaynor now working her way up the right side. Steen giving chase. Gaynor working her way into the corner. Steen bodying her. And finally bowls her over. We've reached the 94th minute. That means that this very well could be the last few seconds of the game, and North Mississauga are going to look back at these last 5 minutes, and I think they're going to wish that they'd applied more pressure, especially when they see the chances that they did have, being as casual as they were. And that's it, friends. Final score 2-1 for NDC here in Mississauga as they take themselves up to the top of the table. Score 2-1, opening goal by April Lantain. And then it was
And that ends an exciting 90 minutes.
Tegan Mellenhorst
The final score of NDC 2. North Mississauga.
at the end of the first half, moving it to 2-0. Alexis Worrell getting North Mississauga back to within one, and then NDC able to close this one out.
We want to thank everybody for coming out tonight.
I want to thank you for watching this one.
Support us at our next home game.
Next week we'll be coming to you live from Centennial College. It'll be Alliance United taking on Guelph United at 3 p.m. And then I'll have the men's Premier Division game, which will be Alliance hosting Sigma again at Centennial at 6. So tune into those. My name's Pierce Lang. It was an absolute pleasure bringing you this one, and we'll see you next week on your League One Ontario Match of the Week.